Ms. Munoz here with a video to show you how to do this proton, neutron, electron table. It's a self-grading sheet, and it will change color when you get the right answer. It's very important that you don't change any of the numbers that are already there. You can get all of this assignment to work without changing any numbers that are there. So it may seem like a couple of the numbers aren't right, but the ones that are confusing, I'm going to go over with you. So I'm actually going to show this on a Jamboard so that I can write and do a couple of extra examples. You are going to want your periodic table handy, so hopefully you have that in your notebook. I've also got one here, and I'm going to write on the screen. So we're going to do about 4 of these together. We're going to start with the first one. So this says Mg. So you want to find Mg on the periodic table. Okay, hold on. It's not going back. So here is Mg right here. And you see that its atomic number is 12. So that is what we're going to add right here. The atomic number and the protons are always the same. That's never going to change. So the protons are 12. For right now, the protons and the electrons are equal. That is true for a neutral atom, and these are all neutral. There's going to come an assignment where the protons and the electrons are not equal because they have charge, but for this assignment, they are equal. So this is 12. The mass number includes the particles that have mass, and we learned that the protons and the neutrons are the particles that have all the mass. The electrons are negligible mass, so they are not included in the mass number. So if the mass number is 24, then the neutrons are going to be 24 minus the 12 protons. Neutrons will always be the mass number minus the protons. So this is going to be 12. So in this example, all of these numbers are 12, but that's not always the case. But for this one, it is. All right, we're going to take a look at the second one. We see that the atomic number is 11. So we're going to go back to our periodic table, and we see that atomic number 11 is the element Na. So we're going to put Na right here. And we know that atomic number and protons are the same, so that's 11. Now you notice this time the neutrons are 12. They're not 11. But we know that the protons and the electrons are equal, so this is 11. And this time we're solving for the mass number, so we are going to add the protons and the neutrons together. So we're going to do 11 plus 12. And you might be able to do that in your head. That is going to be 23. Feel free to get out a calculator if you need to. Okay, the next one, we're going to do 4 and 10 because these two always seem to confuse people. All right, this is element 17. So we go back to our periodic table and we see that 17 is chlorine, Cl. So atomic number is 17. The protons are 17. I knew to look for element 17 because the protons and atomic number are 17. So I looked for element 17. My electrons have to be 17 because my protons and electrons are equal. And my mass number is going to be 20 plus 17. So that is 37. All right, now the reason I'm doing 4 and 10, because these are both chlorine. These are called isotopes of chlorine. So this is going to be 17. The protons are going to be 17. The electrons are going to be 17. But notice that this has a mass number of 37 and this one has a mass number of 35. That makes them isotopes. So this isotope of chlorine has 20 neutrons. This isotope of chlorine is going to be 35 minus 17, and that is 18. So it is possible to have two forms of chlorine with two different mass numbers and two different numbers of neutrons. And so you probably can figure this out, but I'm just going to show you how you would type this in. So you probably did this while I was writing, but it should be 12, 12, 12, and 12. And once you get all those right, the row will change color. But it did not change color until I had everything right. But then some of them will change color as soon as you type it. Like the symbol looks like it just did. So this was 11, 11, 11, and 23. Then we did number 4. That was Cl, 17, 17, and 37, and 17, 17, 18, 17. Okay. And that are